Strange is, I mean, the first splash that he made was that he spoke at the National Prayer Breakfast with Obama sitting next to him, because it's an event that the president often speaks at, and he lashed into Obamacare, at what's typically not all that political an event. It's supposed to be a very bipartisan event. And the video of that was very viral. I know Rush Limbaugh, talked it up. And what strikes me as odd about it is, I would think that the conservatives would just get off of Obamacare. Like, that you would think that eventually you get to a point where, like, you know what, we lost that one. It's the law. It's going to be implemented. Let's find another issue. It seems like you just can't let Obamacare go. And therefore, you're going to take the dramatic leap to, okay, we're going to make this so central to our 2016 strategy. We're going to have a non-political neurosurgeon as a potential nominee to make this front and center. That strikes me as an odd strategy.
Well, I think a couple things there, Bill. First, I think you're right. Oftentimes, conservatives, and everybody probably, but conservatives are more interested in winning the argument than winning the election. I think that Cal Thomas, a conservative columnist, was critical of that prayer breakfast speech and thought it was too political, and he was attacked by a lot of conservatives. And I think maybe it had an effect because the last column he wrote was very praising of Dr. Ben Carson. So working the refs does work, at least on some people. And then the last point I would make, though, is I think that this is an example of really wasting of a missed opportunity. I mean, having an African-American conservative who is a leading neurosurgeon in the country could be very powerful for conservatives. And having someone of that stature, that cachet, who is eloquently making a case for conservatism, he could be a conduit or bringing more, intellectuals and professionals in the academic world and the medical profession into the movement. He could be reaching people. He'd be a great example of someone who could really reach independents and moderates. And the conservative movement could really use someone like him to show that we are acceptable for intellectuals and professionals and serious-minded people. And look, even this very highly regarded doctor is conservative. But I think that the rhetoric that he's used is more like he's auditioning to be a talk radio host.
Which may well be the case. This may not be 2016 related at all, for all we know.
I mean, I don't know if that's his agenda or not, but if it is, it's a missed opportunity, and he's undervaluing himself, because he could have been, and I don't want to say could have been, because I don't know that he's thrown it away, but I think he's in danger of becoming caricatured now. But I feel like he could have really been a very valuable spokesman for the conservative cause, and with his experience and his reputation. And I feel like he's just kind of thrown that away to become like a conservative pundit. And God knows there are enough of us out there. You know what there aren't enough of? Highly regarded African-American neurosurgeons who are conservative. That's what we need. Why not be that guy? Why do you want to be? So it's just very frustrating.